Here's my audience of 3 members. And here are my 2 note cards that I'm using today. Okay. I have a friend named Sarah, and she told me a story one time about her freshman year in college when she has really bad seasonal allergies, and she got, obviously, allergies, and she did not have access to medical treatment on campus, but she also didn't have the ability to travel to a clinic. And so her allergies progressed over time and ended up turning into bronchitis. Today I'm going to be speaking about having medical centers and available access to health centers on campus, and why it's important and different ways that RSU can implement it and reopen their clinic in Markham Hall. I'm going to be speaking about the everyday lifestyle of a typical RSU college student, and how these different lifestyle changes can affect their ability to access medical treatment when needed. And I will also be speaking about the advantages of having RSU opening back up their medical center in Markham Hall next year. To begin, let's start with the lifestyle changes that a college student goes through. On RSU campus, a wide majority of the students travel from out of state, meaning a lot of them travel by plane. They don't have a car or available transportation to go to clinics or a hospital if they need medical treatment. On top of that, there are not very many bus stops or public transportation available in Claremore for RSU students to utilize that to get to different clinics. After looking at the RSU website and looking at various maps of this campus and also doing my own experiments and research, I've concluded that the average walking time between the residence halls and Markham Hall, where the clinic used to be, is 5 to 10 minutes. This would be beneficial if RSU opened up their clinic again. That way, students have immediate access, and it's only a 5 to 10 minute walk to get to the clinic on campus. Next, let's talk about finances. The average college student at RSU goes to class full-time, meaning they can only work a part-time job. And yes, there are job opportunities available on campus. However, those jobs typically only pay minimum wage. And on top of having the expenses of the necessities for everyday life, many students can't afford to go spend a bunch of money on medical bills or anything like that. According to NASBA, or the Student Affairs Administrators of Higher Education, 15.6% of adults ages 18 to 35 do not have health insurance. And yes, the Affordable Health Care Act did implement a college health insurance program. However, if we don't have a medical facility on our campus, that really doesn't do very much. So having that available to us and accessible to us on campus will help us implement that plan as well, and it'll make healthcare and medical treatment more affordable for the college students who are working and going to school. Now that we've talked about the different lifestyle and the effects of those lifestyle changes on to college students and medical treatment, let's talk about the advantages that would be taken if RSU opened back up their medical treatment center on campus. According to Suzanne Schaefer in her Collegiate Parent article, she stated that many college campuses actually do have a medical center, and they provide things like STI and HIV testing, counseling services, vaccinations for yearly vaccinations, over-the-counter medication refills, allergy shots, and many more other medical treatments available to their students. She also stated that in her research, she found that reproductive health was the number 2 highest concern among college students for their health. And opening up this health service will also help reduce that number significantly with STI and HIV testing, and also just regular checkups. It also allows 24 access for students to medical professionals, so that in the case that something happens late at night or at a random time of the day, they know that they're guaranteed they always have somebody there that will be able to help them. In conclusion, RSU opening back up their medical health center for their students in Markham Hall will provide more access to medical treatment as needed for many students, be more affordable for the students so that they don't have to rely on their parents, or they can live comfortably on campus and afford the things they need. And it'll also provide an easier commute to medical treatment, because many students struggle, just like Sarah, not having access because she can't commute to a medical treatment center. And it might prevent a situation like hers where her allergies turned into upper respiratory infections. Thank you. Here's my audience again.